Your New York Knicks are 2-0 to start off the season, defending home court undefeated in the Mike Brown era. We got a lot to break down in this video, folks, because these Knicks look unbeatable. Now, I know that may sound crazy, but these Knicks are feeding a delusional mind I have, I guess, because I am extremely high on this basketball team. The Cleveland Cavaliers, we took care of business on Wednesday night. I was at that game. Tonight, we were live streaming the game right here on the channel for my live reaction to each play. The watch party was electric. Shout out to the people that tuned into that video right here on the channel. But we got to break down this game, man, because yes, the Boston Celtics are without Jason Tatum. They do not look the same. They fall to 0-2. But that's second quarter that the Knicks put on display was magical. And then you saw the Knicks in the second half, didn't really look great, a little bit of sloppy play, but they just did not really put their foot on the gas in the second half. They were just trying to protect that lead, get out of there with the W, and that's exactly what happened. There's a lot I got to break down in this video because I am noticing what the Knicks are doing here, what the formula of success is for Mike Brown's New York Knicks, and they have done it in back-to-back games that led them to victory, and that is a key thing I want to break down in this video. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new here, like the video if you are enjoying the content, and comment down below your thoughts, Knicks fans, of the Knicks W over the Boston Celtics. Now, let's get into the box score, because the weird thing about this game is the Knicks did not shoot the ball well. They started off the game extremely terrible from shooting the rock from the floor. And the Knicks actually had a, 37.8% from beyond the arc as a team, 38.4% from the floor as a team. They were 33 of 86 as a collective unit. The Celtics shot better than the New York Knicks percentage-wise. 42% the Celtics shot from the field. But you know what the big difference is? The Knicks got more shots up. They dominated the amount of possessions. That's what Mike Brown is trying to implement here. When you can protect the ball, don't turn the ball over a ton, which the Knicks did in the second half. They got to clean that up, of course. But when you get rebounds like the Knicks did, 53 rebounds to the Celtics 37. That's how you win basketball games. When you dominate possessions, you give your opportunities to the Knicks to give them more opportunities to shoot the ball. More possessions leads to more opportunities to score baskets. Mike Brown talked about it after the Cavaliers game, that's what the philosophy is with this basketball team, is rebound, get second chance opportunities, play fast, and turn the ball over defensively, force some turnovers, and that's exactly what the New York Knicks did. Really good stuff here because we are seeing so many different rotations out there, and it feels like, you know, what Mike Brown is doing is he is trying out so many different lineups. One thing I noticed, the big thing in the first game was, wow, Mike Brown opened it up to 11-man rotation. Well, he shrunk the rotation a little bit. We did not see Ariel Hookporty touch the floor at all. We did not see Jemison touch the floor at all either. So it was a 9-man rotation tonight, and I thought that was an interesting adjustment. Not a 9-man rotation. It was a 10-man rotation because Josh Hart came back in this game, and boy, did we miss him. 14 rebounds off the bench for Josh Hart. Really good to see his energy. Jordan Clarkson, he had a really good stretch, a really good block, really good defensive effort. If Clarkson can play defense like that, we are going to be unbeatable. And then we got a Jalen Brunson 30-piece. I mean, a quiet 30 bomb for Jalen Brunson. 31 points, 5 dimes, 3 rebounds, 50% from the field. Great to see Jalen Brunson dominate the way that he's been dominating throughout his entire tenure as a New York Knick. Karl-Anthony Towns still dealing with that quad injury. He's playing through it. 26 points, 13 rebounds, 3 dimes, a steal, and a block. I mean, what more can you ask from Karl-Anthony Towns while he's dealing with a quad strain? The 2 all-stars of this Knicks basketball team is just what is leading them. And then you got the 2 wings of Bridges and Anunoby getting into the passing lanes. Like, this Knicks team is assembled just perfectly from Leon Rose, man. And then you add a coach like Mike Brown that is putting these pieces together so brilliantly. Like, it really is wild to see the difference of the coaching staff. When Mike Brown is taking these players, putting them in the proper situations to succeed, it really is awesome. I mean, how many times are we seeing Jalen Brunson not even dribble the ball up the floor? Like, those little things add up. And I think a big reason for that, JB playing off ball, it gives him more opportunities later in the game, doesn't really wear him down. You know, you let Bridges take the ball up. You let Deuce bring the ball up. You let even OG bring the ball up. You give JB the ball when there's 15 on the shot clock, then you go let him make a play. And he's doing that. So I really like that little adjustment from the head coach, Mike Brown. all Knicks starters finished the game in double figures. Like, do you know how hard that is in the NBA to have 5 basketball players start the game and finish with 10-plus points? The Knicks did it a lot last year, and they did it again in this game. I'm pretty sure they had 6 players in double figures in the opener. So this Knicks team is as deep as it's been, bro. I'm telling you right now, there's something special going on with this Knicks basketball team. They're going to go 82-0. All right, I'm kidding. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a joke, all right? Let me have some fun here. But there was a little bit of an injury scare to OG Anunoby at the end of the game. Don't you worry. You can relax, Knicks fans. It was just a cramp. Mike Brown said he would have put him back in the game if it was a closer game, but he was cramping up. Didn't really need to put OG Anunoby back in the game. Now, the cool thing about what Mike Brown's doing is we had a different starting lineup in this one, right? So Hukporti started for the Knicks in the opener, and then he doesn't even play in the second game. Deuce McBride starts, and I love that adjustment. I wonder if it was more matchups. You look at the Cavs, they got a really big front court with Allen and Mobley. Maybe he liked that matchup with Hukporti being the starting center and having Cat being the 4. But without Mitchell Robinson healthy, the Knicks decided to, okay, let's let Hukporti not even play and Jemison not play. And the Knicks kind of played a lot of small ball where Karl-Anthony Towns was the only traditional center, if you would call him that. Yabusele, he hit a 3 tonight, but he's still trying to find his footing as a New York Knick. Not really seeing a lot of impact from him. Tyler Kolek had a lot of, positive minutes. Did have a stretch where it was a little sketchy, turn the ball over here and there, but he still finished with a plus-minus of a +3, 2 points and 4 dimes and a steal. Can't really complain about the Tyler Kolek minutes. You love the Landry Shamet energy. I mean, the rebounds, the energy defensively. He was a negative tonight, -8 in 14 minutes, but I do feel like Landry Shamet is bringing such an energy on this basketball team. You think of Shamet, you think of 3-and-D, but he's way more than just shooting threes and playing good defense. He's rebounding. He's playing with energy. I just like his overall basketball IQ, Landry Shamet. I think he's a low-key player for this Knicks team off the bench. And then you just got to give all the credit in the world to them just being able to go on that run, playing fast in the second quarter. And this game was all about runs. The Celtics started off the game on a 5-0 run. The Knicks answer with an 8-0 run. The Celtics go on a run. The Knicks know how to answer runs. You even talk about, I think, was that the second quarter? The Celtics started the second quarter on an 8-0 run. And then the New York Knicks call a timeout, and they go on a ridiculous run in the second quarter. They outscored the Celtics 42-14. Do you know how absurd that is? They started off the Celtics 8-0 in that second quarter, and then they call a timeout, and then all of a sudden, the Knicks balloon the lead up to 21 points, and then the Celtics made it cute a little bit, made it a 9-point game, but the Knicks were always going to win this game. The Knicks were always going to win, and it's just really cool because when you can get a lead like that, and then you can insert Jalen Brunson in the game in the fourth quarter, and have a guy like that to be comfortable with that's going to lead us to victory, it is such a sigh of relief to have a guy like JB, the clutch player of the year that he is, to really just level it out. And the Knicks, again, didn't even shoot the ball well. And that's the crazy thing about this Knicks team, because basketball is a sport where your shots are not going to fall every night. And the Knicks got to find ways to win even when their shots are not falling. And tonight is a perfect example of that. If the shots are not falling from beyond the arc, which they did not tonight at all, at an efficient clip, how are you going to win? With defense and rebounding and hustling. And that's exactly what they did, man. And that's just a breath of fresh air, because there's a lot of games sometimes where, in previous Knicks times where there's just shots not falling and then you just fall down. Like, this Knicks team has energy. They know how to play with each other. They know how to get each other in a flow. They're not dependent on one individual to carry them like they were with Jalen Brunson years ago. They have so many weapons. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I'm trying to process all this as a Knicks fan. I really am. And it's a joy. I know Knicks fans are all together, just enjoying the high. We got to stay humble. We got to stay even, because we know that this is a sport of highs and lows. I'm sure the Knicks are going to go through a little bit of a stretch eventually where maybe they're losing and Knicks fans are going to start questioning things. If that happens, don't let that worry you. This is all about the long run. This is all about the playoffs this season. We just got to make sure we are a top 2 seed. I'm looking at the number 1 seed, of course, and we go into the playoffs healthy. That's really what it comes down to. 80 games left. The Knicks are 2-0 right now. So sound off in the comments, Knicks Nation. Let me know your overall thoughts of that game, because I mean, you heard what I just said for the last 9 or 10 minutes. I'm as high as I ever been on this Knicks team, and I'm trying to ground myself as much as I humanly can. Shout out to Sleeper for being the proud sponsor of the channel. If you guys want to get some player prop bets and make a big parlay, win some cash, make sure you can check out Sleeper. Please bet responsibly, as always, folks. You guys can use the code Knicks and get a 100% match up to $100. Sleeper is an awesome player prop bet, legal in 25 states. Terms and conditions apply, of course. Comment down below your thoughts of this Knicks win over the Celtics. Let's go Knicks. Next game is against the Miami Heat on Sunday night. I'll see you guys then. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your evening, folks. And go Knicks, baby. Go New York. Go New York. Go.